Some names are whispered, never written. Some battles are fought, but never remembered. Beneath the golden sand of the Colosseum lies a secret Rome tried to erase. A story of women who stepped into the arena, not to entertain, but to defy the empire that owned their blood. Their blades clashed beneath torchlight. Their cries echoed through marble corridors. And when the empire silenced them, the earth remembered their screams. Forgotten by history, but not by the sand.
Welcome to Legacy Chronicle Hub. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for more epic history stories.
They called them Gladiatrices, the women warriors of Rome. Few believed they existed. Fewer dared to record their names. While emperors feasted and generals bathed in glory, these women carved their fate with iron and fire. Born in shadows, raised in chains, they fought not for applause, but for the right to exist. Their story isn't written in books, it's carved into the dust. Every drop of blood they shed was a word Rome refused to read. When the crowd screamed for violence, they gave them beauty. When Rome demanded obedience, they gave the empire fear. And though time buried their faces, the legend of the women who fought the impossible still breathes beneath the ruins. The first whispers came during the reign of Emperor Nero, a ruler who loved excess, chaos, and spectacle. Ancient writers like Cassius Dio mention women stepping into the arena. Noble-born, trained, and dressed like men, the crowds gasped not from pity, but fascination. This was a new kind of entertainment. They fought beasts, slaves, even each other. Some did it for gold, some for fame, and some, simply because the cage had grown too small. One name survives through fragments, Achillea, a woman who stood against another named Amazona. Their duel immortalized on a crumbling relief found in Halicarnassus. Two women. Two blades. One empire watching. Imagine the training grounds. The ludus, where sweat mixed with sand and blood. The clang of bronze shields. The snap of whips. And in the corner, a woman. Hair cut short. Body bruised. Eyes burning with something Rome could not understand, defiance. She would wake before dawn, her muscles screaming. Sword heavier than her arm. Instructor laughing, she'll last a day. But she doesn't fall. She learns the rhythm, block, strike, pivot. Every failure is another scar, another layer of armor on her soul. Because for her, this isn't just survival. It's transformation. The day arrives. The gates open. Light pours into the arena like fire from the gods. Tens of thousands roar. She steps forward. Her pulse sinks with the drumbeat of Rome's heart. Her opponent circles, another woman. They share a glance, half fear, half respect. And then, the storm begins. Steel collides with steel. Blood spatters across marble. The crowd screams for death, for beauty, for Rome. In that chaos, something ancient awakens. A sense that this moment will never be remembered. And that's what makes it sacred. For the briefest heartbeat. She isn't slave, or woman, or spectacle. She is warrior. After the fight, victory tastes like iron. The arena floor is quiet again. A noble throws a coin. She doesn't look up. Because she knows, tomorrow, the empire will move on. Another fight. Another face. But the scars she carries are more than wounds, they are proof she lived. Among the gladiators, there is loyalty, strange and fierce. A sisterhood forged not by birth, but by blood spilled on the same sand. They train together. Bleed together. Die together. Some whisper of escape. Others dream of freedom through death. But all know one truth. No one leaves the arena unchanged. By the late 2nd century, Rome began to silence its women warriors. The Senate called it indecent, a stain on the empire's dignity. Decrees banned female combat in the arena. Their weapons were confiscated. Their names erased. Their graves unmarked. And so, history forgot them. Not because they were weak. But because they were too strong for the world that birthed them. It didn't die. It just became memory. Centuries later, archaeologists uncover fragments. Helmets shaped for smaller faces. Swords light enough for slender hands. Museums whisper their stories in glass cases. But their spirits live elsewhere. In every woman who refuses to stay silent. In every fighter who carries the weight of those who came before. Their bloodline isn't in DNA. It's in defiance. And as we watch modern warriors rise, soldiers, athletes, leaders, we see echoes of the gladiatrices. Women who stood where none were meant to stand. And turned chains into weapons. Before tanks, before guns, before history learned to write their names. There were shadows with swords. Women who fought for the right to exist in a world that denied them glory. They were forgotten by emperors. But never by the sand. If this story moved you, honor their legacy. Like, share and subscribe, Legacy Chronicle Hub, and keep the chronicles alive. Because as long as we remember them, they still fight.